For more than 4 decades, Denzel Washington has been one of those rare figures in Hollywood whose presence doesn't feel like performance. It feels like conviction. In a world dominated by spectacle and speed, he has moved deliberately, guided by discipline, faith, and an unwavering sense of self. Whether portraying historical icons, complex heroes, or men standing at moral crossroads, he has never relied on flash to command attention. His strength has always come from restraint. Behind the awards, acclaim, and reverence is a man who learned early that integrity is not inherited. It is forged, quietly, through choices, persistence, and self-discipline. Growing up between faith and structure. Denzel Hayes Washington Jr. was born on December 28, 1954, in Mount Vernon, New York, a working-class city defined by routine, faith, and perseverance. His childhood home was filled with discipline and quiet love. His mother, Lennis, worked tirelessly as a beautician, filling her salon with warmth, laughter, and determination. She was a constant presence, providing both care and example. His father, Reverend Denzel Hayes Washington Sr., was a Pentecostal minister, a man deeply devoted to scripture, order, and responsibility. Love was steady but measured. Affection was present but often quiet. Discipline shaped daily life. This combination of faith, routine, and structure provided the framework that would influence Denzel's character for life. Early challenges and personal growth. In his early teens, Denzel's family life shifted when his parents divorced. He stayed with his mother as his father gradually became less present. It was not a dramatic break, but the gradual absence left questions that lingered. These early experiences taught him resilience, the value of personal responsibility, and the need to seek direction in life thoughtfully. As a young boy in Mount Vernon, he observed two kinds of influence around him: the guidance of structure or the pull of street life. Some of his friends were drawn into paths that led to challenges, but Denzel found a way to step back, guided by his mother's foresight and his own emerging self-discipline. The gift of discipline. At 14, Denzel was sent to a military academy in New Windsor, New York. At first, it felt like exile: cold mornings, strict routines, and unfamiliar surroundings. Yet, within this disciplined environment, he discovered an essential tool: self-mastery. Discipline transformed from punishment into strength. It was in those early, structured years that Denzel learned the importance of perseverance, accountability, and endurance. This foundation would guide him through every challenge he would face later in life. Learning to stand strong. Military school shaped more than habits, it shaped character. He learned to face difficulty without complaint, to remain present under pressure, and to take responsibility for his choices. These lessons became the scaffolding for his identity. When he returned home, the distractions of adolescence no longer held sway. The framework of self-discipline and accountability he had cultivated allowed him to approach life with a quiet confidence. Long before acting called to him, Denzel understood what it meant to stand firm and steady, to move through the world with integrity and focus. Finding direction through persistence. In the early 1970s, Denzel enrolled at Fordham University, not certain of his path, but determined to keep moving forward. Life there was not easy. Winters were harsh, money was tight, and survival often meant taking whatever work was available, scrubbing floors, hauling supplies, or doing odd jobs. Hunger and exhaustion were familiar companions. Yet he kept moving, learning that persistence and patience were as valuable as talent. At this stage, he was not chasing fame or purpose. He was chasing stability and a way forward. A small moment with big impact. In the summer of 1975, while working as a counselor at a YMCA camp, a pivotal moment occurred. A talent show performer did not appear, and Denzel stepped in, guided by instinct rather than confidence. Afterward, A woman in the audience told him that he was meant to act. It was not encouragement, more a quiet recognition of something inherent. That moment changed the trajectory of his life. Returning to school, he changed his major to drama and graduated in 1977 with newfound clarity and purpose, paying the price for the dream. A scholarship took him to the American Conservatory Theater in San Francisco, where the challenges of life and art collided. His living conditions were modest, rehearsals demanding, and resources scarce. Yet he persisted, learning the value of dedication and endurance. Back in New York, he navigated auditions, rejection, and uncertainty, often without financial security. He slept wherever he could, constantly moving between persistence and hope. Through it all, he showed up, refusing to let circumstance dictate his path. Choosing integrity. Early in his career, Denzel faced opportunities that promised recognition but compromised his principles. Scripts that diminished human complexity, roles that demanded compromise, or shortcuts that sacrificed truth were offered. He walked away from them, guided by the wisdom of Sidney Poitier, who reminded him that early choices shape the soul of a career. Those decisions may have slowed the pace of success, but they preserved the essence of who he was. Integrity, Denzel learned, is more valuable than speed or convenience. Rising without compromise. Recognition came, but it arrived because of honesty and depth rather than spectacle. Films like Cry Freedom, Glory, and Malcolm X showcased his ability to inhabit characters fully, to carry them with humanity rather than perform them for effect. Success followed, but it never dulled his resolve. Long hours, emotional intensity, and creative demand became familiar, and he bore them quietly, allowing his work to speak rather than his reputation. Faith as a guiding principle. Throughout his life, faith has remained a cornerstone, not for show, but as a private anchor. Prayer and scripture have guided him, shaping decisions, sustaining discipline, and fostering resilience. He believes in taking care of the body to steady the mind and grounding the mind to protect the soul. This practice of faith has informed not only his work, but how he loves, listens, and lives. A marriage built on presence. In 1977, on the set of Wilma, Denzel met Pauletta Pearson, a classically trained pianist whose calm grounded him. Their relationship unfolded quietly, away from spectacle. They married in 1983, long before fame complicated life. Their early years were marked by modest living, shared faith, and perseverance. As his career grew, Pauletta carried the home with patience and grace, while Denzel bore the demands of work and expectation. Their partnership was built on presence, care, and shared discipline rather than public image. Learning what success cannot replace. Even as achievement arrived, it sometimes threatened presence. Long shoots, missed milestones, and fatigue could overshadow connection. Yet Pauletta's patience reminded him that love is cultivated by showing up, not perfection. Over time, they renewed their vows, not as ceremony, but as a commitment to continuity, presence, and devotion. Their marriage endures because it rests on shared values rather than fame or recognition. Becoming the father he wanted to be, fatherhood became Denzel's way of breaking cycles and offering what he had sought as a child: guidance, presence, and care. He modeled consistency, accountability, and support for his children. His aim was never to shape careers, but to cultivate character, resilience, and integrity. Through his example, he demonstrated that love is expressed through presence, guidance, and quiet support rather than spectacle or control. Understanding loss and absence. While filming Malcolm X, Denzel learned of his father's passing. The news brought reflection rather than dramatic grief. He had never fully reconciled the distance in their relationship, yet over time, perspective replaced regret. He came to see his father's love as defined by responsibility and belief rather than overt expression. This understanding allowed him to appreciate the nuanced forms of care and guidance that shape a life quietly but profoundly. The weight of quiet loss. Over the years, Denzel has faced the loss of friends, mentors, and collaborators, each passing reinforced lessons about time, presence, and the importance of connection. He learned that love and appreciation are often quiet and that strength often exists alongside private struggle. These experiences deepened his commitment to living consciously, showing up fully, and valuing those around him. Mentorship and legacy. Denzel's influence extends beyond his own work. He has quietly mentored young artists, offering guidance, encouragement, and opportunity without expectation. When Chadwick Boseman acknowledged his support, it reflected a lifelong practice that true legacy is lived, not announced. His mentorship is an extension of his belief that influence is most meaningful when it nurtures growth and courage in others. Listening to time as he has aged, Denzel has learned to listen to his body and mind with greater attentiveness. He views aging not as limitation, but as heightened awareness. Routine medical procedures and life experience have deepened his understanding of fragility, gratitude, and priorities. Mornings are quieter, prayer is more intentional, and each movement and choice carries purpose. This awareness informs his work, relationships, and approach to life, a life of balance today. Denzel Washington's life is measured not by box office or accolades, but by balance. His wealth reflects discipline, not excess. His homes provide refuge rather than display. His possessions serve function, not identity. He continues to work selectively, choosing stories that carry meaning and truth rather than mere momentum. His giving is often substantial, quiet, and consistent, reflecting a life lived with intention and purpose. The meaning of the journey. From a boy sent away to cultivate strength to a man who uplifts others quietly, Denzel Washington's life demonstrates that success does not require compromise. It requires patience, discipline, and courage. It requires integrity in private moments, faith practiced daily, and the wisdom to choose what matters most. His story does not seek applause, it invites reflection, offering a rare reminder that strength guided by principle endures and can rise without leaving anyone behind.